my name is Bekah Astles, and I studied my undergrad in costume design and construction at Queen Margaret, and then I subsequently did a MA in stage management. So a stage manager, in my mind, is somebody whose role it is to facilitate a production process. So stage manager is a bit of an umbrella term as well. So you'd have, generally speaking, but it depends on the production that you're working on, a stage manager, a deputy stage manager, an assistant stage manager, and at all level of those roles, you are facilitating the process, be that behind the scenes, in the rehearsal room, working with and between all the various technical departments, your creative team and your cast. So it's a really varied discipline, but at its core, I think it's facilitating the production process and the people involved in it. What the degree is really good for is that the academic side of it means that you come out of the university thinking critically and analytically, which in terms of any sort of process, being able to problem solve your way through it as a stage manager or in film and TV is essential. And every career opportunity that I had following and actually during the course was because of the contacts that I made. My first job with the Traverse Theatre was due to the placement that I did. So that was 6 months, my first 6 months as a professional. And then when the pandemic hit, obviously the theatre shut, and so I had to diversify. Which again, that was what the course was great for, was that it taught me to be adaptable and flexible. And at that point I contacted somebody who worked in the film and TV industry who I'd worked with on a placement. They were an industry expert that the course brought in. And I felt confident and like I had the skills to be able to approach them and say, I'd like some advice about exploring the film and TV industry, because they were still running during the pandemic. And at that point, rather than getting advice back, they offered me my first opportunity in film and TV, which was an art department runner. And in terms of career progression after that, every job that I've done since has been not necessarily in the same department or the same job role, but what I was able to do from my stage management experience is say, okay, well, I have these skills, and this job requires these skills, but I don't have this skill, and I felt I had the confidence to say that when I was offered a job, and ask for help when I needed it, which I think is what was great about the stage management course, is it gave me not only the tools practically, but it gave me the confidence and the ability to ask questions. What is great about my job is that it wasn't a job I knew that existed when I was at high school. And it wasn't a job even that I knew could exist for me when I did my undergrad and my postgrad. When people talk about the film and TV industry, they talk about London, which is where a lot of the work is, but the predominantly my career has been in Scotland. And it's so exciting to work on a job like Department Q, which is in the city where I, live, have been educated, and then you get to see it on camera and you get to work with people, that are your neighbours, and as a community you're making this show that then ends up on Netflix and everybody is watching, and that's just really exciting, because again, if my industry feels a bit like a team sport, and when you're working 60, 70 hour weeks to get that production made, to have something come out the other side that you're like, we did that together and now other people get to enjoy it, is just such a gift. And I don't take it for granted at all. I mean, the world is your oyster. Like, that is, I think, the best thing about stage management, is that I think stage management is so much about being adaptable, and every job is going to require something new from you, and then you get to take that on to the next job, you know what I mean? And I think as well, there's not one particular kind of stage manager. If you want to be a people person stage manager, there are going to be jobs for you. If you want to be a technical stage manager, there are jobs for you. If you want to work outside, there are outdoor performances waiting for you. There are festivals. There's so much variety in where you can go as a stage manager. You can travel internationally, I think the exciting thing is that this course is going to teach you how to be adaptable and flexible and independent and think on your feet and think critically and how to work with different people, even if stage management isn't where you feel you want to spend the rest of your career. There are so many ways and so many avenues that it can turn into something else. And what's great about stage management is you are a linchpin within a creative team, and it means that you're consistently making contact, so that when you maybe do decide that you want to change, you know right who you want to call or right who you want to email and say, what steps do I need to take for whatever's next?